Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brent's Van Life. My name's Brent, and this is my life. On our last
Anybody here?
episode, we were tapping out, and I decided I was going to put down my camera and start attacking all the things I need to do to make my head.
Hi, sorry guys.
I was joined by two good friends, Corey, the retired
So-
firefighter,
Hang
and
on.
Wayne.
I'm watching
from
this. I was
Wayne's
trying to let
Van
you guys
Fires.
know over on the other channel
We
that
sat
I
around
moved over here,
and ate.
and it's there. We go. We shut it off. Oh, there we are. Oh, you guys are all different people other than Bonnie. Hey everybody, it's me, Brent from Brent's Van Life. We just did a premiere, and when I was setting up the premiere, it was supposed to slide into a live, and my screen just went blank saying video's over. And I'm like, but you guys said I could go straight into a live, and this was a what do they call that? Being old and dealing with new technology. The reason I put that video up, excuse me, everybody. Hi, everybody. Peter, Wayne, LJ, Linda, Tammy, Bonnie, Donna, Virginia. Who else? So far, that's good. Norm! Anyways. Okay, I just made sure that, Norm, you still had your little picture taken that was changed over from the last one to the new one. Hey, Linda Weeb, how's it going? And Granny, I'm glad you made it. I'm sorry about the little confusion at the end of that video. We're all here now, and we're going to start rolling here. I put the premiere out and tried to go live for a reason. You guys are so full of love, and you're amazing. My last video that came out, not this one today, but the previous one, was me tapping out. And literally, you guys, I was screwed up. And it wasn't so much mental depression as it was mental overwhelmness. I kept putting things on my plate, and I kept doing things, and I really had nowhere to sit down and assess things. You guys kept seeing me stopping at different places, and I'd stop for 2 or 3 days, and I would do my editing and clean my fridge, and I was just trying to chip away at. I had like 2 plates full instead of that one plate that's half full. And I'd chip away, and then I'd get on the road, and I'd have to film some more, and I didn't want you guys to miss out. Then I added more to the plate, and yeah, I was sitting there in Alberta, and I was running out of meds, and just everything became so overwhelming for me that I had to take a break. And I'm not really going to apologize because it's been 4 years. 4 years on the road. And this is the first time where I've really, really, really hit a wall and needed to take time off. So I want to say thank you for all your guys' support, because you guys are amazing. You guys keep me wanting to do this. This is a hobby of mine. I've been doing it now for 4 years. I retired 5 years ago. I sat around for a year, and I'm like, I can't do this. So I sold my house. I bought a van, and I went to go move, and then COVID hit, and then I wasn't allowed to buy anything, and blah, 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 blah. And I ended up in a van and took the summer off, or winter off, then the summer off, and then next spring it was like, I really like this stuff. I can see why people on YouTube do this stuff. It's amazing. So here we are, hanging out now, doing lives. Say hi, Sparrow Rotten. Sky is in the house. There you go. My 420 friend south of the border, Armchair Wanderer. Good afternoon. Cindy Hardy finally made it. Finally, no, you should probably hear earlier. But Beth, how you doing? Sammy Joe, you guys are amazing. My last video, I feel so blessed to have all of you guys having all your concerns for me. Um, I just wanted to put out this video to say the premiere video that we just watched to say that everything's okay. It was funny because I was tapping out and I ended up at my ex-wife's place. I phoned her up and said, "Honey, I need a place to crash for about a week." She said, "Sure, you can come on by here." That night or that day, basically, I got a text message from Wayne from Wayne's Ambo World. Here, we'll write that down here. Oh, we can't do that. It's alive. And Wayne said, "Hey, where are you? I'm in this." And I'm like, "You're gotta be kidding, because I'm here." And he says, "Okay, well, I'll come up here before I go there." And I'm like, "Perfect, because I'm not doing good, buddy." And he goes, "What's going on?" And we had a little conversation. And Wayne was like there that afternoon. We hung out, we relaxed, we ate, we talked, and we started to address the things that I needed to address. And it was a good long vacation from, I don't know if you guys realize how much work this crap is. um, Being on YouTube and exposing yourself, and well, not exposing myself, could get busted for that. Anyways, being having you guys a part of my life, I love doing that because I want to inspire. Um, I want to I want to enjoy life, and I want to share life, and I want to be have something to look at later when maybe I can't do that and say, "Wow, Brent, you had a pretty good life." And it goes back to my previous life, you know, after reincarnation or before. Anyways, people would I would sit down and we'd talk, and people would say to me like, "Wow, you should write a book." And we'll get more into that as we go down through my journey of life, because I'll start telling you guys some of the secrets of Brent's previous life. But for now, I always remember seeing that was, you should write a book, or you should do this, or you should do that. And and I saw Dave Grohl. You guys know who Dave Grohl is? Dave Grohl is was the lead drummer for the Nirvana, and he's now like the lead singer of the Foo Fighters. And I watched an interview with him, and he actually used to record himself on a cassette tape, those little cassette recorders we used to carry around and stick into a mic. And when he was young and first started out, he would talk about what happened his day, because what he wanted to do was document his life in case he got famous. And he said, shortly after I was in Nirvana, I realized there was cameras all around me and everybody else was documenting my life. Plus, he said, the price of batteries and tapes were getting a little outrageous. And I'm like, I love it. I love it. So, hence, I was watching van lifers on YouTube when I'd retired and going like, that'd be so much fun to do. Thought I'd only be a full or a part timer, and well, you know what? It became a full time job. Well, should I call it a job? I think I should still call it a hobby, because they definitely don't pay me enough. Wayne knows. The Foo Fighters, yeah, baby, you're not alone. Yeah, so Wayne, I'm totally appreciative of Wayne. One of the great things that happened to me is I got to cross paths with him. Oh, it's been 2 years now. 2 years, 2.5 years, coming up on three. I met him down Jordan River, and we became friends, and we crossed paths numerous times. And he's always been there, willing to help. stays humble. That's one thing I really want to maintain. I watched too many people come on here, get a little bit of fame under their belt, and become something they're not. And I don't want to be that. I want to be this guy you see right here. I guarantee you that this is the guy you're going to meet off the screen and in person if we're downtown having a beer, having a good time. We're going to go out and do some normal things that normal people do. I I laugh at people when they meet me for the first time because, well, I don't laugh at you, but I do inside. I giggle because you guys sit and watch me on TV, and it's something I learned a long time ago. Is like, just because I'm on YouTube and I stand and talk to you guys doesn't mean that I'm any different from anybody here walking this face of the planet. And I want to remain that. I want to be right sized. I don't want to brag about who I am. I don't want to brag about what I have. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I want to be normal, just like you guys. And I want to maintain that no matter what happens here. So please understand what I'm trying to say. It's been a long struggle. 4 years, that's only 1,000 subscribers a year. But I've done it all on my own. And that's one thing I'm totally grateful for. Um, Coming on here and trudging the road to a happy destiny. One foot in front of the other, and living life to its fullest. Hi, there's France. Hi, France. How you doing? Long time no. Okay, it hasn't been me talk behind the scenes, but we can pretend, right, France? She has been on a magnificent trip across the United States. I've been following her on other social media platforms. I just love it when people get out and start living life, getting out there. So yeah, be humble, stay the same. I'm your guy that lives next door. If you need a hand, give me a shout. I'll be there as quick as I can. Uh-oh, my phone's dinging. What comment do you believe on that, Madonna? All I've been doing is commenting for the last 12 minutes and 35 seconds. Whenever you're down in the dumps, I buy myself a new hat. Oh, I just wait for freebies. They never really, snap me out of it. But thank you, Linda. That is, yeah, that's kind of what I'm just realizing with I took so much time off. You guys are so caught up, it's ridiculous. I think I have a couple 3 videos in the bank right now. Not finished editing. They're basically me getting my poop in a group and trying to get back on the road and trying to entertain you guys. I have been off for probably 2 weeks. um it was that I was that drained. I don't want to say I was screwed up. I was getting a lot of advice from all the doctors here on YouTube. Oh, by the way, cheers. It's Miller time. And there was a lot of worry about my mental health and stuff like that. And I have dealt with that. Oh, 20 years ago, I was into doing some a lot of crazy stuff. I spent a lot of time cleaning up my head, cleaning up my thoughts, learning about meditation, taking a medication to learn how to do the medication because my mind was so wired up that it was crazy. And I really learned how to adapt to life when we start to get crazy. Hence, this is why I do this life. I can escape the rat race if I remember and go out and clear my head and know that everything's going to be okay. But I think it's a human nature for sometimes for us to forget. to forget to actually take care of ourselves. And we start going and going and going. And next thing you know, we're dug the rut and we're stuck in this place and we don't know what we're doing. And then we have to like stop and take a look around. And once we stop and take a look around, I think that we find ourselves in the actual moment. So when we're in the moment, everything is okay. But we're in the rat race, we're usually in the future or looking at the past and we're all around here. And quit telling everybody where I am, Jim. I'm in Alberta. I'm in my van. Yes, we arrived here in Kelowna just recently. We have left my ex-wife's place. You saw that if you watched the premiere. If you didn't watch the premiere, go get an update. An update is kind of tells you guys what's been happening to me over the last couple of weeks. Literally, we were at my ex-wife's place for I can't remember. Wayne will probably have a better idea because as I said, my mind was gone. We were there for a week or 10 days. We got a bunch of stuff done. I got this done. Can see my little engine cover there? I pulled that all out because we had to do a tune up because my engine was running like crap. We put up an awning outside, so I now have a new ARB off-road awning outside to keep us cool in the summertime when we go camping. Uh, we did a bunch of wiring in here. I'm having issues with it right now that I'm in Kelowna. I just had issues with my batteries. We've had issues with my computer. It's just been like a nonstop kind of thing there. So I had to stop and learn how to rebreathe again. So I've done that. We're here in Kelowna. My friend, if any of you guys have been watching, it's too small for your van. Nobody's too small for nothing. Anyways, I'm here in Kelowna. If you guys have been watching for any time, you'll know that I was here a year ago. I came to celebrate my birthday with my buddy who has the same birthday, and he had a massive heart attack and died. We are here because I got the call saying, listen, we're going to go spread dad's ashes. Where are you? And I said, I'm on my way. So we postponed it. We did go out one day and we put some of his ashes in one of the lakes he liked to be in. Today, after this, we're probably heading out on another lake and going to his favorite place he used to hang out in his boat. And we're going to do a little, reminiscing and hanging out in the boat and get rid of some more ashes. And then we have one more place we have to go to, which is up the mountain here behind Kelowna, and they have a drag race site. Mechanic drag racing. Would have thought. So we're gonna go up there. We're gonna spread some of his ashes up at the drag racing site. So I'm here for a few more days. We're gonna try and get some of these things done. Put him in his final resting places so he can like hang out where he loved to hang out. Then homeward bound. Hang on, let me go have a look, see what's going on here. Oh, Barbara, I don't know. Does it roll back too far? But it doesn't sound good. 9 days, Wayne says. Thanks, Wayne. And this phone it doesn't scroll, or not this phone, but this laptop doesn't. Here we go. Hang on, we might be able to do this. There we go. Oh, there we go. No, no, come on, Brent. There we go. There we go. Happy day, Barbara Den. Thank you. Oh, so sorry to hear. Barb, that is crazy. Linda, I don't know if Linda's still in here. She just lost her puppy too. Trust me, you can go back and look at my videos. It ripped my heart out for the longest time. I was like in a dark hole. Yeah, yeah. It's funny how much those guys steal our hearts, eh? But you know what? We get full of fond memories. I had one show up on my Facebook today. I had to send it to my sister, and Goldberg was playing with his brother Dexter, and they were like 3 or 4 years old, and they're like, and they're just having a great time. I was like, oh, I miss Goldberg so much. Thank God I got this new little fart stain that likes to really keep me going, pulling me all over the place and barking his head off all the time just to keep me happy. Tourist school, Canada. Sorry, buddy, I didn't make it down to Nelson. That close, but I got pulled off course because what I just talked about. Yeah. You know, LJ, there's somebody else you need to check out who's a Canadian and is like my ultimate warrior is Destination Adventure with Dustin Porter. Dustin Porter and Simon from Foresty Forest are two of the most humble, most down to earth people I have ever seen. When you start looking at their numbers and you start watching their videos, they are that guy the next door that has a garden. Check them out. Those are my favorites. Yes, Leah Goldberg. I still think of how did you buy it that awning in Manitoba? Oh, did I buy that? No, actually, I bought it. I was in Alberta first, and I was visiting family and stuff like this. And just before I hooked up with Andrew, so Andrew was coming from Calgary, and I was going to Calgary, and I think I was. Oh, me and Andrew actually went out to uh, Drumheller, and I got the call because I had messaged the guy about this awning. So I actually picked up in Calgary. That was one of my biggest nuisance because trying to carry a 9 foot, 10 foot awning inside your living quarters is a bit of a pain in the behind. So, uh, yeah, and I couldn't turn it up. It was a great deal. So, and I just sold something to I don't know if you guys know Chris from the Turtle Van that hangs out with our buddy Bruce Van Lett Jr., who we will be running into very very soon because he is down on my island, and I'm gonna go hang out with that guy because Bruce is one cool, down to earth kind of guy, very loving, very caring, and willing to take the shirt off your back. See, everybody, I mentioned a couple names. I love Dustin's videos. Foresty Forest rocks. They are. They're two of the most down to earth people that I love to watch because, again, I like humble. I like people that are just humble. Yeah. He is going. No, he's actually there. He phoned me the other day. Bruce gave me a phone call and said, "I'm here, and I got my phone working again." But I watched his video earlier today, and he's in Vancouver complaining about what did those people call? I can't remember. Anyways, hey Kenny, how's it going, buddy? Where's Bayfield? Sorry, buddy. Yeah, he's anyways, LJ, he is a very cool vlogger. He does have a lot of expertise. It's what he does for a living. So he does put some pretty cool stuff together, and I really love his ability to have interactions with people. Like when he actually gets out and starts interviewing people about the places they live in and stuff like this, and getting that one-on-one history instead of the stuff I pick up off Wikipedia. Like you guys all say, like Brett, you're awesome. I love it how you give us the tours, and it's like you're being a tour guide and telling us all this history. And I'm like, Google is your friend, mind you. Google is my friend, but I also have my own stories because a lot of the places I go to, I have previous experience of being there. So I kind of bring a personal touch to it. Ah, Ontario. Are you in Victoria, Alberta? Because how come I never get to come and see you? You never invite me down. Oh, Lake Huron. I know where you're at, Kenny. Not really, but I love it up there. Are you on the Bruce Peninsula, or are you on the main part where it's looping around near uh, where Bobby Orr's from? Ah, you got a point there, LJ. You do have a point there. Yes, we're us Canadians are a different breed, aren't you? Always saying sorry and drinking too much beer and ooh, 29 degrees, way too hot, man. Oh, really? Well, you know what? We will come down and have a visit with you. That sounds good. I just got to remember, you're going to have to send me an email at Brent's underscore of van life at hotmail.com. Ship me an email. We'll put you into the things there. Oh, thank you very much, friends. You're the best. We'll put you an email and I'll arrange something where we're gonna come down there. I imagine he wants to tour the island. He think he's staying here for the winter, I believe, or the best that he can. He wants to come down, find some work. Um, yeah, we've been talking back and forth with. We're talking about Bruce here. So I've been talking with Bruce, and we've been having some conversations. Not in depth yet because he's doing his entertainment and he's doing a little bit of a checking things out. I'm hoping to be back on the island in 2 weeks. You guys are going to watch me get there. You guys will probably be a week behind, but I will be there. I got a surprise coming up here, and it should be near the end of August. I went to go last year, eh? So I was just talking with an old friend of mine. See you, Jim. Be good. Stay out of trouble. And I know where you live. Last year, I called up the Volkswagen Club of Courtney, and they were having this big car show. And I said, "Hey, I don't have a Volkswagen anymore, but I got my Volkswagen emblem on the front of my van. Can I come up there because I want to hang out?" And they all camp in this field. He goes, "I don't know if you can, Brent. It's put on by the city, yada yada, blah blah blah." Well, another guy goes, "Get your ass up here!" And I'm like, I don't want to stir any pots. This year, I read on the program that there's camping for everybody. Do not get a hold of the Volkswagen Club. Guess where Brent's going this year? Brent is going to go hang out with a bunch of old friends that own Volkswagens. And if you guys like Volkswagens, you're going to come and have to hang out. Because what happens is a bunch of the people come up with their Volkswagen vans and we camp overnight. Some people are in their bugs and blah, blah, blah. And we circle this one area. We'll all hang out. And then the next day, we all cruise across the field and we have a huge car show on a grassy field, all vintage Volkswagens. Do not miss out on this. It is one of the best times I have on Vancouver Island. There's one other car show that ranks up there. This is my favorite. The other one is in Victoria. You got to come and see this video because it's going to be amazing. Jim's a busy guy. I'll be back in Vancouver Island in 3 weeks, going to Saskatoon on Wednesday. Way to go, Wayne, because I have some jobs for you. We're lining them up for you. Hey, nice to see you too, Tammy. Um, isn't that insane? I was supposed to go up that way. I was also supposed to go south down to Nelson. I was supposed to go see our buddy Mark the Paint Guy. And I was going to do an inclusive interview with him so that you guys who know him can actually find out what he's up to and what he's been doing. He's got a great story. I'm not going to share it with you guys right now because I might be able to do something somehow in the near future here. But yeah, me and Mark, I don't know, we clicked it off as soon as we met. We hung out lots. We've done bent over backwards for each other. And I always love his company. I'd love him to tell his story for you guys, and I was going to try to pull that off for you guys, but I had things I had to do, right? And as for Jasper, that was insane. They lost 30% of their town. And if anybody's ever been there, that's a lot because it's the town is mostly tourist stuff. I don't think there's a lot of so-called residential. There is, but they're the touristing stuff, and they lost their big, fancy, old hotel, like one of the things that had been there forever. So, yeah, it's sad. Wayne was supposed to go up there this year. I don't know if he still is. I was planning a trip to Jasper. Now my plans have changed. You can still do that trip, Wayne, and I would recommend going from Jasper to Banff because there is a campsite just outside of Jasper, due to the south, that you can stay at. Hello, Mrs. Ropiak. How are you? You're late. I hope you have a note from your mom. Yeah. And Barkerview is safe. I have no idea, but I did see that they had a warning. I don't watch the news, folks. I barely watch the news. I've been here in civilization, and yeah, sorry. I'm not up on things unless it's like huge, 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 and somebody mentions it. And then I'll Google it and have a look. And yeah, yeah, Jasper is beautiful, Donna. I must say that. Oh, I am the mom. Oh, I've been told. Thanks, Sue. Anyways, now I'm going to pay attention to you guys because I've done enough talking. Do you guys have any questions? Do you want to know anything? What's going to be happening? What's going on? There's my buddy Mario. Ah, bonjour, mes amis. Bonjour. Bonjour, mes amis. Bonjour. Dodge Fail, if you guys want to watch a crazy guy from Quebec, you'll have to, if you don't know French, you're going to have to like use subtitles and closed captions. Mario does videos and he comes out here and he hangs out here in the summertime and does a lot of cool trips. And the little bugger started following me, not following me, but he saw some of the places I went to and he had to go check them out himself because he's like, Brent, those places are amazing. And he got to share it with the Quebecois back on Eastern Canada, you know. Was that a good French accent? How am I feeling? I am feeling up and about. I'm still tired for some reason. I think that's just catching up, but I haven't been on the road to get my fresh air and my legs running. But mostly everything's caught up. I'm still running into little problems here and there while I'm sitting here, so I will address them before I leave. I got to feel comfortable on the highway. I lost a battery. One of my batteries malfunctioned in my van, so we had to move it because it was screwing everything all up. Hey, LJ, thank you very much for the love and kindness. Um, yeah, we are going to be on the road here in the next little while. Um, but yeah, overall, the plate is cleared. We have just enough to like survive, and we're happy about that. Oh, hang on. I saw another question. I'm off to next. I'm heading to the island, but I will probably do a tour through the Okanagan. So the Okanagan is like British Columbia's California. It's very deserty, lakes, and yeah, very dry and deserty and stuff like that. So we have a few towns here. We have Kamloops, Kelowna, um, Kamloops, Vernon, Kelowna, Penticton. And if I wanted to, I could go to a Soyuz, but I probably won't because I'll probably head west and into the mountains this weekend coming up. Not this one, but the following one coming up. We're supposed to have like another heat wave. So I want to be in the mountains by then. We should be on the coastal mountains by next weekend, chilling out, and then into Vancouver and onto a ferry. So I'm figuring about 2 weeks from today, I should be back on Vancouver Island. And I really want to show you guys some really cool stuff up there. Am I happier now? Much happier. I let things stress me out, which I shouldn't. Um, but again, I fell behind in so many projects that I thought I was never going to get caught up. So, and then I really had nowhere to catch up. So, thank God I had an ex-wife in Red Deer, Alberta. Thank you very much, Lisa, if you get a chance to watch this, and thank you, Wayne. And I don't know if you guys know retired fireman Corey, but he was a guy that used to hang out with Bruce Van Life Jr. in Calgary. He showed up because he's now situated in um, Innisfil, Alberta, and he was only 20 minutes from me. So he says, "I'm coming up." So he came up and hung out and helped us all out too. So it was a great time. We had a lot of time. Huh? Oh, really? I was just reading Borealis Nights. Take your empties in and donate them. Sounds like a typical Alberta thing. I'm in BC, so Red Cross with Jasper absolutely planning a trip to Canada very soon. As soon as my passport gets here, then checking out some places you've filmed. Are you coming over to Vancouver Island, Bonnie? Because if you are, make sure that you get a hold of me, whether it's through email or pop by the shop Bavarian in Bavarian Imports in very Bavarian Imports Auto Repair in the Nanaimo. If they'll be able to get a hold of me. Questions above. What? LJ's question. Oh, sorry. What is your cocktail of choice and favorite meal? LJ, my cocktail of is beer. And it's not just a beer. It's like I really enjoy a good hoppy IPA. I like something that when you take a drink out of it, it feels like somebody punched you in the mouth. Hop wise, of course. My favorite meal, I think it is barbecued chicken or roasted chicken, I should say, because I don't put barbecue sauce on it, but I roast chicken on a barbecue. Now, I usually use legs with thighs attached. That way, you get a good sense of different kinds of meats. And one of those, maybe two at the most, is more than a good enough meal. For an appetizer on this, or for vegetables, I probably love asparagus. And my good friend Wayne taught me how to make asparagus. He lightly brushes them with oil and sprinkles them with Montreal spices, and then puts them on the barbecue. Oh my god, to die for. Keep them crunchy. And for starch, I would probably say diced oven roasted potatoes. Same type like the Greek style. A little bit of seasoning on them. Yeah, something like that. That would be my favorite kind of meal. A little bit of green, then pretty basic stuff, right? But take me out to a fancy restaurant, and if it's got cream something on it, and it tastes good and it looks good, I'm willing to try anything. I've eaten so many things. I worked in a Chinese restaurant for 15 years, and the stuff they used to bring me was amazing. And I ate it all. Thank you, Tina. I want to be happy. Wayne. Brent gave me his first shot of tequila. Tequila was one of my go tos all the time, that's for sure. That's okay. Dude loves big dogs. Uh, Alberta. He loves everybody. Hey, how's it going, Jamie? Good to see you, buddy. I'm back in BC. Yes, I am. We're hanging out here, doing some business here in Kelowna, and then we're going to be heading back to Vancouver Island. I hope you are doing well, my friend. So if the dude doesn't fear any dogs. He doesn't fear nothing. He is like me. He's a big lover. He barks a lot. I'm like, dude, you need to learn to talk better because if you talk nicer, people come to you. But he barks, and I know he's just like, hey, come here, I want you to pet me. Come here, I want a friend. But it sounds like, get the hell away from me. So I'm trying to teach him how to talk properly. Hey, Lee, how's it going? Thank you so much for the love and support. I'm trying to read some sign. What are the big no's to take over the border? Knives, guns, fruits and vegetables, and Mexicans. Kidding on the Mexicans. I have no idea. I have not been over the border. God. Hang on a sec. Right back. Ah. Last time I was over the border was shortly after 9/11. I did a lot of. Hey, Phantom. How the heck are you? I haven't seen you around forever. I was doing a lot of traveling back in the 80s and 90s across the border. And ever since I've never really wanted to travel abroad, so I've never got myself a passport. And then ever since they've asked for a passport to drive across, I'm like, oh, I've tried filling out a passport 3 or 4 times, and I just never finished doing it. I keep getting girlfriends. Come on, I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm like, okay, you fill it out. Then they fill it out, and then we split up, and I have this half filled out passport. So, hence, I never been back to the States. I really need to do it. I know I need to do it. It's on my list of things to do. We'll have to wait and see. I was scared when the dude ran off. Oh, you were scared, Tina. That was 4-lane traffic, 5-lane traffic, 6-lane traffic where he ran away. And to beat it, I didn't talk to you guys about this, but I pulled up and I parked, and I could see across the way there, the entrance to that mall, there was some people that were, let's say, not with homes and sticking weird things into their arms next to the gas station. And I was like, oh, I'm not in a good section of town. And next thing I know, I was in Starbucks, and this young lady who I think was from across the gas station came in yelling, "Does anybody have Narcon? Anybody have Narcon?" So who was over there doing, they did that. And that next thing we know, we had fire trucks, cops, ambulances. The whole bit was going on. And I was kind of watching from inside, not realizing my door was open on the bus and the dog was gone. So just to amplify everything that was going on in my head, it was like a ridiculous, ridiculous day when the dude decided to run away. Keep on, Brenton. Keep on, Brenton. Wayne, keep on, Brenton. I love it. Thanks, Danny. Yeah, Indian Pale Ale, Norm. I don't know about that. IPA is an IPA, but there's so many craft breweries now because I find the India Pale Ales, the IPA, that the ones that have been around forever are too smooth. Does that make sense? The newer ones that are coming out are insanely crazy. Bear spray is okay at the crossing of the border. Okay, good. Hope you relax for them. Oh, I'm gonna read through some sounds like all of Regina these days. Yes. Well, actually, Jamie, I was in Winnipeg. OMG. Yeah, crazy. Okay, Lee's retiring this year. Brent at 56. I did it at 55. You're hoping down that way. I was born on the Sunshine Coast. Family was all through the island. Lee, give me a dingle. Okay. In order to get my dingle, you're gonna have to like email me or drop by Bavarian, and we'll figure something out there. So if you come to the island, and if you want to like hang out and go do some crap, if you got a van and you want to go explore some of the island, give me a shout. We'll go. I love doing this stuff. I'm not great for great lengths of time. Like we'll go out for 3 or 4 days, and we'll find somewhere to go, and we'll hang out. But I usually like my time, but the thing is trying to maintain a schedule with YouTube is very difficult because, especially, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Very difficult because what I was doing was putting a video out every 2 days. So filming and editing and filming and editing and filming and editing and trying to get those things done really takes up a lot of your time. And I'm not one of those strict guys that get up every morning at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning and go straight to editing. I'm more of a nighttime editor type of thing. So it's one of those tough things to do. So what I think I'm going to be doing with my scheduling, and I hope you guys don't mind, is probably putting out 2 videos a month, 2 videos a week. I'll give you guys something good for the weekend, or maybe 2 things for the weekend, and maybe one in the middle of the week. We'll see. We haven't quite figured that out yet. I'm going to wait till I get home and get situated. While you're traveling, there's too much to film, and you got to keep maintaining this kind of stuff. But we might slip more into like destination Vancouver Island, destination West Coast, that kind of stuff. And we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna show off my backyard. That's what I'm hoping to do. So we'll see how that is. Look at this, Alberta retiring at 49. I could have done the same thing, but I kept pushing myself, right? And I think the last couple 3 years, from the time I was like early 50s to mid 50s, when I finally pulled the plug, it was watching my mother die of dementia, and I was suffering quite a bit from other things myself, my own physical. Well, you watch your final parent die, especially of that disease that steals them so slowly, and you start to realize and look back through life and realize they really hadn't lived much of a life. They were family, they took care of their kids, and they didn't do a lot of traveling, didn't do a lot of stuff. It was very special occasion stuff, and I thought, you know what? I needed to start living before I started dying. And shortly after that, they wanted to replace my knees. They found out I had heart conditions. They found out that my lungs were shot. And, the list goes on. And it's like, oh, great. So it's been a bit of a struggle over the last 4 years. These last 2 years have really sucked medical wise. And there we go. Skip that thing. Wayne's going to retire at 69. Too bad he's 72. Sue, what's going on? New rules are bringing dogs into the U.S. Really? Anyways, destination Vancouver Island. Where are you now, Donna? Did you go home? Are you back in Alberta? 18 years. Yes. See, Bonnie. So, yeah, you understand. I think a lot of us do, especially with today's stuff. We're living too long. That's the problem. Back in the good old days, we only lived till we're 60 years old. Now we have to work till we're 60 years old to start enjoying anything. Thanks, you, Casey. It is. I am feeling really good. Um, the only thing I can complain about right now is the heat. It's gotten nice over the last few days, but that heat wave we just went through, man, OMG, it just ripped the crap out of me because of my issues. I had problems breathing. I ran out of heart medication. I was exhausted all the time because of the heat and my rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia. Oh, God. 88. What are we today? Let me have a quick look. Oh, I'll be right back. We'll send you off on this commercial note. It's 27 here. 27 times 2 is 40, 54. 54 and 32 is 86. We're about the same temperature, my friend. Hang on, I just got a text too. Oh, so popular. We'll go Tuesday. Not interested. So now we're going Tuesday to go drop off the ashes. I just got word from the boss. Oh, they postponed the rules. Look at you guys. Okay, any other questions? 17 in Victoria. Oh my God, that's perfect. And the breeze coming off the ocean. Oh my God, that's perfect. You're going on my birthday. You are going on my birthday. Who's going on your birthday? What's going on? What did I say? Oh, Tuesday. We're going to spread ashes on Tuesday. I don't think that's a good thing to celebrate, Alberta. Yeah, it's been one of those mornings. It was Sunday. Today is Sunday, and we were kind of worried about getting down to the boat launch. We're in Kelowna. It is crazy, especially on the weekends here on the water. Literally, when you drive by, it's a huge lake. If you guys have ever been here, huge, huge lake. It's I think it takes an hour to go from Penticton at one end of the lake to Vernon the other lake, and that's driving the highway along the lake. So that gives you an idea how big the lake is. Here in this area here is where the bridge crosses over the lake from the south end to the north end. And literally, it looks like when you're coming down off the hill and you look down on the lake, it looks like a bunch of ants are in the water. That's how many boats there is on the weekend. It's pretty crazy. So that's exactly what we're planning on doing. I actually went out and I did the same thing I did with my dad. My dad, when he passed, we he wanted to be spread over a golf course, so we did that out of a plane, a little Cessna plane. But he also had this dream about moving back to Vancouver Island, and sadly for him, he passed away the night before the movers showed up. And we saved half his ashes and brought them down to Vancouver Island and spread them in the ocean. But what I did was I put his ashes in his favorite drink, and my dad loved Grand Marnier. So I took out a funnel and I sifted all these ashes into a bottle. And then we went out to the ocean and we sprinkled his ashes on the ocean. And then I sunk the rest of his ashes in the bottle to the bottom of the ocean. See you, Dad. So we did the same thing with this. I went out and I bought a bottle of Austin's favorite alcohol, which was Okanagan peach cider. And so I went and did that and drank it all in the last couple of days. And I cut the top off so we could fill up the top. We're going to do the same thing. Sprinkle some of his ashes and then sink the bottle to the bottom. So he can be sitting there with his final, have a drink to sit there and at his favorite spot and just enjoy. I know it's littering, but I think it's a great idea. Ye- I did that with my mom, Sue. Sorry, Sue was mentioning taking a little bit of ashes and he can travel with me. He wasn't much into the traveling thing. I tried to get him into it, get him out of his house and do a little bit of exploring. And he came down and visited me a couple times on the island. I don't think that was his gig. I did bring my mom with me for the longest time, but for some reason she flew out the window and God only knows where she is now. I had her in one of those little pendulums that you wear around your neck. Yeah, she's enjoying herself somewhere. Um, you know something, Alberta? And a little off topic is I've always wanted to do maid service, and that's the new Canadian thing for medically assisted induced death. And basically, you have a doctor that comes in and gives you an injection. You go to sleep and you don't wake up. And with me, with all my ailments, I don't know how much longer I'll be able to go for with my pain and my arthritis and blah, blah, blah. That I thought, I think that'd be the best way. And I watched this little documentary where a guy did that. And what he did was he invited all his friends over and he had a party. So he got to hang out with all his close friends and they got to all tell him how wonderful he was and what they thought of him and like this. And he says, okay, guys, I got to go. And he went into the bedroom with his doctor and that was it. I thought, way better way to go than I don't know if I'm going to hear you guys telling how great I am at my wake or around my ash spreading and stuff like that, but that would be something cool, I think. Hi, Martina. Yeah. Silly wildfires. It's getting pretty hot out. What can we do? Be safe out there. There was this awesome fruit stand that we were planning. We were leaving Peachland on the left side between Peachland and Summerland. Check it out. Oh, I know where it is. The little white one on the hill. Oh no, that one's in Summerland. Peachland. Between Peachland and Summerland on the left side. Hmm. You sure? Peachland. So on the left side. It's the left side, Peachland to Summerland. The left side is the lake side. Just let you know. No, Norm, I haven't. It. I'd have to quit buying beer to make it realistic. Um, and it changes. It depends on what you're doing too. Sometimes I just have a normal times and they don't spend any money because you're sitting at home. Like my winters are very, very quiet and don't spend a lot of money because I don't do a lot of traveling, which I've been looking at. I'm trying to find a winter beater this year so I can travel around the island in a smaller version so we can get out and do some crazy stuff. But no, I haven't done that yet. I should do a lot of these. You guys haven't even had a tour of my van, let alone, you know, wondering how much money I. Oops, hang on. Dude, come on. Dude. Dude, what are you doing? There we go. That's when years ago. I hated that, right? Dementia sucks. Period. Like people say cancer sucks. It does. Dementia, oh my God, it's such a slow and sad disease to watch. Catherine, hi there. You're horribly late to the party. Do you have a note? Catherine, do you have a note? We know you're not working today. My favorite sticker? Is that a question? Oh my God. Have I left red? Keep your eye out. See you later, Danny. I will check out your email. Sure you get some fresh fruit. Yes, definitely. I'm going to grab some peaches on my way out of town. I'm not too much of a cherry fan. I am a peach fan. Brent's favorite sticker is always Brent's Fan Life stickers because they're the best. I like my older ones better than my new ones. Uh, Great catching you live. Catch you on the trip. Talk. See you later, Donna. Bye bye. You guys are right. It's right on time. It's 58 minutes into it. I usually spend an hour with you guys trying to get to tell you a little about what's going on in Brent's van life. And I try to answer as many questions as I possibly can. Catherine's late, and I said it's okay. Mom. I love my community. It's so funny because I read each and every one of you guys' comments, and then I watch a lot of you guys comment on other people's comments, and I love that family affair that we have here. We've been hanging out here way too long. We got way too comfortable with everybody, and it's perfect. Denise, you just came on to see me. Oh, that's yeah. See, I love that idea. Right? No, no, no excuses. Bad you. We're gonna give. Hey, Vernon, how's it going? Wait, 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 wait. You're late. You better have a note from your mom. Yes, Roadrunner. I am gonna give her up here in the next minute or two. We are just gonna be like hanging out. Hello, Renee. It's good to see you. You're late too. You need a note from your mom next time, okay? Um, thank you, Dan. We're gonna all have a great time. Yay, I have another subscriber. Now start putting some videos out. There you go. I love you too, Renee. Where are you? Are you up in Kamloops? We're down here in Kelowna. If you want to come down, I'm going to be down here till probably Wednesday or Thursday. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Got to get back to the coast where it's cooler, and I got to go see my ocean and my mountains. Something's missing in my life, and I think that's exactly what it is. I have a couple of ideas where I want to go because I haven't seen them on any channels lately. So we're gonna have to sneak out and do some stuff like that. Um, you guys rock, Martina, my little dog, Spruddy boy. Oh no, really? I've never heard of that. Wow, 14. I was just talking to my sister today, and she has Goldberg's brother, and he's doing so bad that she says, "I'm thinking about getting one of those baby strollers so he can come out for our longer walks." I used to laugh at people with those, she said. I said, yeah, it's amazing, hey. It's okay, Renee. We were just hanging out here. We did a bit of a premiere today. I had to do an update because after my last video, I got a little scared that people were a little worried about Brent's mental health, and I wanted to make sure that you guys know that mentally I'm okay. I think I was more physically and mentally exhausted, frustrated, and everything else was going on. What do they call that? I can't even remember the word, but everything seems to be up in the up and up. We're trudging through and getting things ready to go. We're heading back to the island, and we got some good plans on. So, Norm, you're really close. Aw. I'm reading your guys' things there. Yeah, it's crazy, Margaret. The day the day I got the call that my mother wasn't doing good, I was in there earlier in that day, and it was the first time I went to hug her, and she pushed me away because I don't think she recognized me. And then we got a call that night saying your mom's not doing good, and she died the next day. So thank God she either faked it that she knew it was me, or she knew it was me. So life is good. I want to say thank you all for coming in and hanging out, even you latecomers. I couldn't be here without you guys, so I really love it. Peace, love, and granola or beer. And I'll try to get another live stream up for you guys in the near future. But look out for some videos coming up because we are about to head on the road again. And I want you guys to have some fun. So hopefully we'll have some fun, fix some stuff, and we'll get back to the coast and explore Vancouver Island. Later. Sorry, I'm still reading your stuff.